What's up, guys? Happy Halloween, and today I'm excitedly doing my very first Blu-ray collection video where I show you every single Blu-ray in my collection. And I don't want this video to be too long, but I am going to talk about each one a little bit and just kind of give my general opinion on it. And I'm excited to do this, excited to share with you guys my whole collection. So let's start up top here. I have the Watchmen Collector's Edition. This is the a box that it came in. It has a cool lenticular cover here. You can see it changes. Pretty cool, and it also comes with the graphic novel inside, which is really cool. And then you can see the actual movie itself is down here. That it came inside this, so I just keep that up there for display. And then the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles truck lunchbox thing. It's pretty cool. It's a nice little display piece. It came with the two new reboot Ninja Turtles movies. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So that's all I have on top right there. So now let's go down here and show you everything I have. So first off, we have 127 Hours. I absolutely love this movie. I think it's such a great movie with a good, remarkable, true story. It's very triumphant, and James Franco's performance in it is just spectacular, and I think it's just a great movie and fun to watch. And next up, I got this today actually, Alexander, the Ultimate Cut. I think it's, I haven't seen it yet, but I think it's going to be a good movie. It has pretty good reviews. The Ultimate Cut anyway. I heard the theatrical cut was okay, but yeah, excited to see that. Next up, we got Batman, the Motion Picture Anthology. Pretty cool set. I like Batman and Batman Returns a lot. Batman Forever, a lot of people hate on that movie, but I actually enjoy it. I think it's not as good as the first two, but I think it's still a good movie. And then Batman and Robin, I admit, it is a pretty bad movie. I don't think it's as bad as everybody says. You know, it's not, to me, it's not unwatchable or anything, but yeah, it is a pretty bad movie. Next up, we got the Dark Knight Trilogy, the special edition. Comes with Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises. I like this set a lot. The Dark Knight is one of my favorite movies of all time, and Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises are also really good. They're just really fun Batman movies, and yeah, if I can get this, there we go. And next up, we got Batman vs. Superman. I actually enjoy this movie. A lot of people hate on it. It has bad reviews, but I enjoy it. I think it's, it has its problems. There's some things I don't like about it, but it is a fun movie to watch. It's very stunning and, visually stunning, and it has a decent story, and it's fun to watch. I like seeing Batman and Superman on the big screen together, and it was a fun movie to watch. The Ultimate Cut was pretty cool. I liked it a lot better than the theatrical one. And next up, we got Birdman. I thought this movie was actually really good too. I wanted to get the one that had the red Blu-ray case and it had this cool slipcover and stuff, but I guess they stopped making it like that, but whatever. The movie itself was pretty awesome. I was surprised I liked it because it had like really no action in it whatsoever, but it still had a really good story, really good acting, and the cinematography was awesome. I think it's really, really cool how they made it look like it was just one shot, one continuous shot. So yeah, the movie, it was just a really good movie. I enjoyed it a lot. And next up, we got Blomkamp 3. This is a 3-pack of movies from the director Neil Blomkamp. And these are the 3 movies that he directed. And they're all sci-fi movies. District 9, Chappie, and Elysium. I like this set a lot. It comes in a really cool digibook packaging. And District 9 is probably my favorite sci-fi movie of all time. District 9 is an amazing, amazing movie. I love it. It's probably my top 20 favorite movies of all time. Chappie was pretty good. I hated some parts of it. I didn't like the main characters, those D. Antwoord characters or whatever from that band. I didn't like them. I didn't like their characters, and their acting I didn't like either. But, overall it's still a good movie. Charlotte Copley was awesome as Chappie. And then Elysium, I enjoyed Elysium. It has decent reviews, but I thought it was really good. I enjoyed Elysium a lot. Matt Damon was good in it, and the story was good. Next up, we got Braveheart, another one I got very recently. I've not seen it either. I'm sure it's gonna be a good movie though. It has very good reviews. It's like a classic, but yeah, I've never seen it. Excited to see that soon. And then we got Buried. I have seen Buried before, and Buried is actually a very, very good movie. You wouldn't think a movie about a guy in a coffin. That's literally the whole movie, a guy in a coffin. He's the only on-screen character the whole time. would be a good movie, but it is. It's very interesting. It's very suspenseful, and it's it's on your edge. I mean, on the edge of your seat kind of movie, and yeah, fun to watch. Next up, we got Chucky, the complete collection. This is actually a really nice set. I enjoy the Chucky movies. Obviously, they're not amazing movies or anything, but they're fun to watch. They're good little cheesy horror movies, and yeah, the first three are good. They're kind of actually pretty creepy, and the others are more like kind of comedies. But they're all pretty fun to watch. They're enjoyable. If I can, there you go. All right, next up we got Django Unchained. Django Unchained is one of my favorite movies of all time. Well, it's one of my favorite movies of all time by my favorite director of all time, Quentin Tarantino. It's just everything about this movie is just fantastic. The cast, the story, the directing, everything, just everything about this movie is awesome. It's just a really fun movie to watch, and it's a really good movie. Next up, we got Donnie Brasco and We Own the Night double feature. Donnie Brasco, I thought was amazing. That's another one of my favorite movies of all time. I thought it was really, really good. Just the chemistry between Al Pacino and Johnny Depp on here was really, really good, and the whole story was very interesting. And We Own the Night has kind of bad reviews, so I wasn't expecting much, but I was pleasantly surprised to find out that I actually really liked it. I thought it was a good movie, and it was fun to watch. It had a good story and everything. Next up, we have probably my favorite movie of all time, Fight Club. Fight Club is just such a good movie. I enjoy every single second of this movie. The whole story, just everything about this movie is awesome. Edward Norton and Brad Pitt were perfect for the roles. They just did it perfectly. They acted it very well. And I don't know, just everything about this movie is awesome. I love it. And I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably have seen Fight Club. It's a classic. I enjoy it a lot. And next up, Final Destination 4-film collection. It has all the Final Destination movies. Haven't seen any of these. I just got these really recently too. And yeah, haven't seen them. I'm excited to see them. I'll probably see like one or two of them tonight for Halloween. It'll just be like a nice little horror marathon. But yeah. And next up, we got Final Destination 5. I actually have seen this one. I've seen it. I got it a long time ago before I got the first four, and I thought it was a really good horror movie. It was fun. It had a good story. It was very unpredictable, surprisingly. I thought it was going to be kind of predictable. You kind of predict the deaths, but yeah, it was actually unpredictable, and yeah, it was fun to watch. Had a good story, and yeah. Next up, we got one of my favorite sets that I own, Friday the 13th, the complete collection. This comes in a cool tin case with a bunch of goodies and stuff inside. And yeah, I actually really enjoy the Friday the 13th movies. They're not amazing movies or anything, but they're very fun to watch. They're good, cheesy slasher movies that are, they're just good, fun movies to watch. They're cheesy and they're fun to watch with buddies and stuff like that. And yeah, this set's pretty cool. It's actually discontinued now, so it's a lot more expensive than what I bought it for now. But yeah, pretty cool set. Next up, we got the Gangster 3-movie collection, which has American Gangster, Casino, and Eastern Promises. Out of these 3 movies, I've only seen Casino and Eastern Promises, and I thought those 2 were actually amazing. Well, I don't know why I say actually. I mean, you can tell they're good movies. Casino, especially by one of my favorite directors, Martin Scorsese. It was an awesome movie. I enjoyed it almost as much as Goodfellas. I thought it was one of his best movies. And Eastern Promises, I was actually surprised to see was really good, because I never really heard anything about Eastern Promises. I feel like it's kind of underrated. I never hear anybody talk about it, or nobody ever has it in their collection. But it was a really, really good movie. I thought it had a great story, a great cast, and everything about it was just really great. And I have to see American Gangster sometime. I hear it's good too. Next up, we got Gladiator and Troy. I've seen both of these movies. Gladiator is awesome. I mean, it's a masterpiece. Gladiator is a very, very good movie. And Troy, the director's cut, is very, very good too. I mean, it has bad reviews on Rotten Tomatoes anyway. That's why, I don't know what the reviews are for other places, but I always look at Rotten Tomatoes for my reviews. So the Rotten Tomatoes review for this wasn't that good, but I'm assuming they were talking about the theatrical version, so I'm not sure if this one's better or what. But I thought the movie was really good. It had a good cast. It was fun to watch. It had really good, cool battle sequences and everything, and had a pretty good story and everything. I enjoyed it. Next up, we got the Godfather trilogy, the Coppola restoration. The only one I've seen is the first one. I have not seen the second one or the third one yet. I have to see those sometimes. But I thought the first one was really good. It was a really good movie. It's, again, another classic. And yeah, just a great, fun mobster movie. Next up, we got the Halloween Complete Collection box set here that has every single Halloween movie ever made, from the original all the way to Rob Zombie's second remake. This set's really cool. Another one that's also discontinued now, so it's very hard to find. And if you find it, it's really expensive. But yeah, this set's really cool. Has all the movies there, and there's cool black cases. And yeah, the original is obviously a classic. Definitely one of my favorite horror movies of all time. Second one I thought was really good too. Third one, I actually enjoyed the third one. You know, I know a lot of people don't like it, but I didn't really look at it as a Halloween movie. I kind of looked at it as its own standalone movie, and I enjoyed it that way. And 4 and 5, for some reason, I just cannot like ever remember. I know I've seen them, but I just don't remember them. Halloween H2O, I thought was a really good Halloween movie. Actually, I probably put it like right after the second one. I thought it was good. It had a pretty good story and everything. Halloween Resurrection, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But yeah, it came in the set, so yeah. But really horrible movie. I would not recommend watching that. If you get this set somehow or you already have it, I would just skip this one. It's a horrible movie. And then Halloween 6, The Curse of Michael Myers, which is really cool that it has the producer's cut in it, the very apparent, or it was rare producer's cut. So yeah, I've seen it. It's pretty good. I mean, it's not, I think it's one of the least good Halloween movies, but the producer's cut is pretty cool. I mean, it's alright. And then the Halloween remake by Rob Zombie, I actually enjoy it. I mean, I think for a horror movie remake, it was actually pretty decent. You know, it's not a great movie, but just looking at it as a horror movie remake, the standards for that are pretty low. So I thought this kind of shined above those a little bit, and I thought it was a pretty good horror movie remake. And the second one, I did not like as much at all. That one was kind of nah. I don't think it was as bad as most people think, but yeah, it wasn't great. It was okay, but next up, we got the Hangover trilogy, which has The Hangover Part 2, and The Hangover Part 3. I'm trying to get an angle on the front. I can't get it because this thing right here won't let me get over there. But yeah, pretty good set. I love The Hangover. That was probably my favorite comedy movie of all time. It's really funny and has a good story and cast and acting and everything. It's just a really funny movie I just really enjoyed it. And Hangover Part 2, I didn't like that one as much. That's probably my least favorite one. It felt kind of just like a remake of the first one, but just not as good or as funny. And the third one I actually enjoyed. I liked them. Most people only think the first one's good, but I thought all 3 of them were good. And the third one especially, I was kind of surprised. I actually enjoyed the third one a lot. But yeah, this whole set's pretty cool, and I love all the Hangover movies. Next up, we got Hardcore Henry. This is kind of one of those movies that a lot of people hate it and a lot of people love it, and I'm one of those people who love it. I think it's a great, fun movie. It's very unique. It's filmed in first person, which is awesome, and I mean, just for the fact that it's in first person, I mean, what other first person movie do you know of? The only other one I've seen was the Maniac remake, which I didn't think was that great, but yeah, this movie was awesome. It was very visually stunning, and it had, the story was okay. It wasn't too good, and the character development was pretty bad. But it's just a fun visual experience, and I enjoy watching it. This goes before that. I might just put it, yeah. We'll just put that down there for now. And next up, we got The Hateful Eight. I think this is definitely one of the Quentin Tarantino's best movies. I thought it was fantastic. It has just everything about it was really, really good. I like the story. I like the cast. I like the whole everything about it. The dialogue always with Quentin Tarantino's movies. He always has great dialogue. The dialogue is no different on here. It's great, and yeah, really good, fun Western movie, mystery type movie also. And my battery's kind of running low, so I might have to make a cut soon. But next up, we got It Follows, the Steel Book. I was actually surprised. I enjoyed this movie, but I mean, I don't know, I guess I was surprised in not the right way, because it has really good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes. They gave it like a 96 or 97, something like that, like a really, really high score. And yeah, I didn't think it was that good. I mean, it was pretty cool. It was original. It was fun. It was, a new it kind of redefined the modern horror genre, I guess. Most horror movies are not, like this, and most modern ones anyway. And you know, it was good. It kind of felt like an older horror movie, kind of like a throwback. And it was very interesting. It was fun. It wasn't as scary as I thought it was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be a lot scarier because, you know, people say it's really scary and it's like the scariest movie ever. I didn't think that at all, but still a fun movie to watch. It wasn't. Don't think it was as great as Rotten Tomatoes seems to think, but still pretty good. And next up, we got the Leprechaun Complete Movie Collection. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. They're not great movies at all. I mean, I just kind of picked them up because I saw them on Amazon. The set of all of them on Blu-ray, pretty cheap price. So I just picked it up. They're actually fun to watch sometimes. You know, they're not great movies by any means, like I said, but they're fun to watch. They're good to watch in like St. Patrick's Day or something like that. But you know, decent horror movies. I mean, they're kind of more just cheesy action. I mean, what am I even talking about? They're just cheesy movies. And fun to watch occasionally with buddies or something. And next up, I got the Lethal Weapon Collection. Love the Lethal Weapon movies. The first Lethal Weapon movie is probably my top 10 favorite movies of all time. Yeah, I love this set. It's really nice looking. It has cool artwork and everything. All the movies are just really good. I enjoy the set. The fourth one is probably my least favorite, but still good. Whole set overall. And then let's move down here. Get a little closer. We got Lights Out. I just picked this up the other day at Walmart, and just came out recently. I actually really like this movie. I thought it was probably, I want to say it's the best modern horror movie I've seen. I think it should have gotten better reviews than It Follows. But yeah, it was just a great fun movie. It was pretty scary. It was actually genuinely pretty creepy. You know, it wasn't super scary. It wasn't really as scary as I thought, but it was still pretty creepy movie. It had good scenes in it. Had actually pretty good acting and just a really fun movie. It had a cool, interesting story, and yeah, it's kind of tight in here. Let me move this over a little bit. All right. Next up, we got the Mad Max Anthology. This is pretty cool set right here. Love the Mad Max movies. I actually like the original Mad Max better than the Road Warrior. Most people disagree with me, but I actually really like the original Mad Max movie. And the Road Warrior is also really good too. And so is Beyond Thunderdome, and so is the most recent one, Fury Road. So yeah, this whole set's pretty cool. Comes with all the movies there on Blu-ray with cool like art cards and stuff inside, and it's, you know, just packaged nicely, and Mad Max movies are pretty great. Next up, we got one of my favorite horror series of all time, Nightmare on Elm Street. This is the whole collection with all the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I actually enjoy pretty much all these movies. You know, there's a few ones that aren't good, like Freddy's Dead, The Final Nightmare. I thought was one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But then the first one's good. The second one, nobody likes the second one, but I actually enjoyed the second one. It wasn't as good as some of the other ones, but the second one was pretty good, I thought. And Dream Warriors is awesome. And yeah, I guess not a lot of them are great in the set, but some of them, and other ones are just okay. Next up, I got the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. A lot of people probably think I'm stupid for having this, and they think it's horrible. I don't think it's that bad. I mean, like I said, my standards are pretty low for horror movie remakes, but I thought it was a pretty good horror movie remake. You know, it didn't have any of the charm of the original. It was, you know, a lot darker, and it had a lot of CGI, and it cannot even come close to the original, or even a lot of the other ones on the in the original set there. But it was still a pretty creepy movie to watch, and, you know, fun to watch occasionally. Next up, Olympus Has Fallen. I thought this was a great action movie. Again, it doesn't have that good of reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and I can kind of see why. It felt kind of generic. It's not really anything special. It felt kind of just an average kind of action movie, but I like the premise. I like the cast, and it was just an enjoyable movie to watch. It had pretty good action and everything. And next up, the sequel, we have London Has Fallen. I don't know, I actually kind of prefer London Has Fallen to Olympus Has Fallen. I'm not sure what other people think about that, but yeah, I thought it was just a fun movie. It was kind of different than the original a little bit, and yeah, it was just a fun, pretty decent action movie to watch. And then next up, we got Public Enemies on Blu-ray here. I thought this was a good gangster movie. If you can see, I kind of have a few gangster movies, so you know, this one was pretty good. It wasn't great. I think it was actually like one of the not good gangster movies that I have, but still pretty good movie, I mean, in general. And you know, the cast was good, the story was good, and I enjoyed it. Next up, we got Rocky, the Heavyweight Collection. I really like the Rocky movies. There's some that aren't that good, like Rocky, I think it's Rocky 5 that I hate. The one that had Tommy Gunn Morrison in it. That one was, I hated that movie, but all the others are pretty good. I really like Rocky Balboa, and obviously the original I really like, and I like the second and third one, and fourth one too. The only one I didn't like was Rocky 5, but overall, really good set. All the movies look really good on Blu-ray and everything, and yeah, just great, fun movies. Next up, we got Saw, the complete movie collection. This set was pretty cool because it has all the Saw movies in it, 1 through 7, all unrated. And I think I only got it for like $13 or something like that, which is really good. So, yeah, I like the Saw movies, actually. I was kind of just expecting a gore fest with no real story or anything. And, you know, I don't know, I wasn't expecting much, but I was surprised to see it actually had a really good kind of intertwining story between all the movies. And it was just a really good, actually, really good horror set right there. Next up, we got Scarface. Scarface is amazing. I think it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Again, another gangster movie. I thought it was just really, really good. And this was the cool exclusive pop art series, which I got at Walmart. It kind of has different artwork and looks pretty cool. But yeah, the movie's really good. It has some really good dialogue and everything, and it's a fun movie. Next up, we got Scream, the 5 film set, which has all 3 of the Scream movies, plus the 2 documentaries. So, yeah, I love actually the Scream movies a lot. Wes Craven directed them, and yeah, they're just really fun movies to watch. They're one of the best horror series, I think. Scream 1 is amazing. It kind of redefined the whole horror genre, and yeah, just an amazing set of movies. The original is really good. The sequels are pretty good too, but yeah, the original one's definitely really good. Then we got Scream 4. This one is pretty good. I mean, it's not a great horror movie, but you know, for a sequel, for a 4th installment in a movie, it was good. I enjoyed, you know, certain parts of it, and it was interesting. I enjoyed it. Next up, we got the Superman motion picture anthology. This has all of the Superman movies from the first one up to Superman Returns, and this set's really, really cool. It's cool how this thing opens up like upward like this, and yeah, and the packaging's really nicely. But yeah, I thought all the movies were really good. Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, is probably my favorite Superman movie of all time, and the original is also really good. Superman 3, another one of my least favorite movies of all time. I hated that movie. And Superman 4, actually, I enjoyed Superman 4. A lot of people didn't like that. They say Superman 3 and 4 are bad. I like Superman 4, but obviously I hated Superman 3. But yeah, and Superman Returns is pretty good too. I haven't seen that in a while, but yeah, nice set of movies there. And then we got Man of Steel, another one that a lot of people dislike for some reason. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, it was very visually stunning, just like all of Zack Snyder's movies are. But it had a decent story. It was kind of a good little reboot. I enjoyed it. Next up, we got one of my favorite sets that I own, the Tarantino XX Collection. This has all of the Tarantino movies made when this was released, from Reservoir Dogs all the way through Inglourious Bastards. And yeah, this set is really, really cool. I love it. It's packaged really nicely. It has awesome artwork. All the discs have cool exclusive art on them, and yeah, all the movies are awesome. I love Tarantino. Like I said, he's my favorite director, and every single one of his movies that he's ever made, I think, are all really, really good. They all have great dialogue and action, and just really, really fun movies. Next up, we got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 4 film favorites collection. I just kind of more got this just for nostalgia. I remember seeing like the first couple ones when I was really, really little, and I enjoyed them. I remember I used to watch them on VHS and stuff, and coming back and watching them now, I see they're not very good movies. They're kind of stupid, but I mean, I don't know. It's cool to watch them for nostalgia, but definitely not great movies. Next up, we got Ninja Turtles Reboot. I actually kind of prefer the reboot series a lot more than the original. I just think they're kind of more, well, obviously they're more modern, but just, you know, they're more fun to watch. It's cool seeing the cool CGI turtles, and they have pretty good, you know, I mean, there's a lot of things wrong with them, but they're just fun to watch. They're cool visual kind of showcase movies, and it's cool seeing the turtles kind of CGI and stuff with cool special effects, and yeah. Started mumbling a little bit there. I don't know what I was trying to say, but Next up, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. A lot of people like this one better than the first reboot, but I think they're about the same. I actually kind of prefer the original reboot a little bit more. But okay movie. It's fun to watch. Like I said, with the other one, it's kind of more just a visual type movie. It doesn't have really a great story or great acting or anything. But they're fun. Next up, we got the Ultimate Gangsters Collection Contemporary. This is an awesome set right here. Has Mean Streets, The Untouchables, Goodfellas, Heat, and The Departed. All these movies right here I think are good, except for Mean Streets and Heat. I haven't watched Mean Streets at all, and started watching Heat, haven't finished it, but The Departed I thought was amazing. Untouchables was pretty good too, and Goodfellas I thought was amazing. Also one of my favorite movies of all time. And yeah, just a great little set here of movies. Gangster films. Fucking nerd. And next up we have the Ultimate Gangsters Collection Contemporary Volume 2. I haven't seen any of these movies except The Town. And The Town I thought was really, really good. That was definitely a really good movie. One of Ben Affleck's best, I think. And yeah, the others, haven't seen them. They have okay reviews, but yeah, still have to go back and see some of those. Next up, we got the Ultimate James Bond Collection. This is a big set right here of all the James Bond movies ever made, from Dr. No all the way to, well, it's up to Skyfall, but then also they have a space reserved for Spectre, which I have put in there right now. And yeah, really, really cool set. It's the whole complete set. It has cool, like, booklets and stuff like that, and cool little goodies inside. And it's just an awesome set. It's cool to own every single James Bond movie ever made in just one nice set right here. And I enjoy the James Bond movies a lot. Ever since I was little, I always used to watch them on TV, and I even had some of them on DVD that I used to watch occasionally. And yeah, I think they're just really fun spy movies. Still a ton I need to see. I have to see like 20 of these. I've seen all the Daniel Craig ones, which I think are awesome, and haven't seen too many of the other ones, so I have to go back and watch those. Next up, we got the Ultimate Matrix Collection. The only ones I've seen out of here are Matrix and Matrix Reloaded. Haven't seen Revolutions or either one of those, but the first one I thought was very good. It was a really good, fun sci-fi action movie, and it was just an awesome movie, really visually stunning. Matrix Reloaded I thought was also really good. I thought it was one of the better sequels I've ever seen for a movie, and yeah, really enjoyable. Still have to see those other ones, or the third one especially. I don't care too much about the animated one. Next up, we got this really cool collector's edition set, Wanted. It's pretty cool. It has this plexiglass case here. It looks like it has a bullet in it with cracked glass and stuff. And Wanted, I was surprised, was amazing. I thought that movie was really, really good. It has okay reviews. You know, it doesn't have great reviews. But I thought it was just a really, really fun movie. Awesome story, awesome cast, awesome acting and everything. And it's just a really fun movie with great action and everything. Next up, we got Warcraft, this Walmart exclusive steelbook. I enjoy the movie. You know, it's not great. I think it kind of just felt like a generic type fantasy movie. It wasn't super great or anything, but it was okay. It was fun to watch. It wasn't anything special. And then last, but definitely not least, we have Watchmen. Watchmen is one of my favorite movies of all time. I love Watchmen. This includes the ultimate cut inside there. And yeah, I thought it was an amazing movie. Really, really fun to watch. It just, everything about it I thought was awesome. It was super cool. The action was awesome. The acting was awesome. Or some of the acting actually wasn't that good by some people. But you know, the acting in general by most of the characters was pretty good. And just a really fun movie. I enjoyed it a lot. So that is my entire Blu-ray collection, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm still getting a lot more movies in the mail, and just keep collecting more and more. And I'll probably make a new one of these videos sometime soon. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.